Hey everybody, welcome back. Please leave a like so this video is recommended to others, and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing videos just like this.
This is why you should look into the history of a house before buying it. A real estate agent was making a video showcasing this 1962 vintage house when suddenly this eerie glow dawns on her as she's interrupted by an unsuspected visitor.
This vintage 1963 bungalow. Go ahead, do it again. You're on camera.
With no explanations of what could have done this, she asked whatever's in the house to do it again. But as nothing but silence surrounds her,
Go ahead, do it again. Not scared.
this happens.
And they're probably like 200k sold as is. Seller will not make any repairs. That freaking alarm almost got me. It almost got me. It wasn't loud enough.
You're watching the moment two cave divers make a critical navigation mistake. And if you didn't catch it, that's okay because neither did we, until it was time to exit. Let's rewind to the beginning and I'll explain. In cave diving, there are permanent guidelines installed for divers to follow, and sometimes these lines will have intersections called T's. And the only way to know how to get back is by placing a marker, which we call cookies, on the line that we came from. What we didn't know was that on top of the dirt mountain on the left, hidden in the shadow, was a T we couldn't see. We totally missed it. And while that may not seem like a big deal now, just imagine, you and your buddy are having a great dive and then turn around to head back. But along the way, you encounter an area of low or even zero visibility. You think to yourself, no big deal. I'll just put my hand around the line and keep swimming until we get back to clear water. But then imagine right in the middle of this area, your hand runs directly into another intersecting line with no marker indicating which way leads to the exit. That is why it's important. So from here on out, I'll be a lot more attentive to where that line's going.
This is a very risky activity. It's one thing to scuba dive, and it's another thing to be like a cave explorer, but you're combining the two, man. It's the perfect recipe for a guy to panic.
So we just removed a few contacts. Look down. And you can see, can you lift it up a little bit? There's a third contact. Look down some more. We just removed 2.5 contacts. You can see this piece.
Ma'am.
There's more. Goodness, this is...
How many?
The record, I don't know. There's actually
Stop.
Oh, God.
There's a whole waddle there.
I believe it.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Yo.
You're my Guinness Book of Record patients.
Oh, God.
We're delivering
I'm to be remembered.
octuplets.
It's bizarre.
Oh my god.
Say that again. I'm gonna have to count them. I think I've already counted more than 10 or 12.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
I can't believe you.
Bro. No. Please do not fall asleep with your contact lenses. I can feel one contact lens. How do you just keep putting more and more on? Did she think they were just dissolving? I don't... the infection she must have. Someone explain that to me. Those are perfectly UFO shaped. Somebody tell me what this is in the comments.
The cost of living crisis has got so bad that people are now buying homes on Amazon. And I'm not gonna lie, 20k for a house? So a couple of weeks ago, a YouTuber called Unspeakable made a video where he bought everything you need to live off of Amazon, including a house. But after it got clipped and put on TikTok, it went mega viral and people actually started buying it. And you'd be surprised to hear, that it's actually not that bad. They have almost everything a regular house has: a kitchen, living area, bathroom, toilet, and even a shower. But the difference is that these houses only take a few hours for you to build. And if any of you are bloody judging right now, a recent survey showed that up to 68% of Gen Zs, who are now as old as 26, still live with a family member because they can't afford to rent or buy their own place. And 90% of millennial homeowners have regrets about buying their first home. Should've got them free Amazon house returns. Now granted, you still need to buy land to put it on and sort out electric and plumbing, but with all things considered, the question is buying a house on Amazon an L or W purchase?
It seems like a good deal. And they deliver it to you too? I guess the only thing you'd be missing is a piece of land, right? You buy you 50 acres and then plot down your little Amazon house. Why not? It looks better quality than a regular trailer, I'll give them that much. Oh my god. Yo, that thing is massive. What is this? A Goliath bird eater? Okay, I'm assuming it eats birds. Largest spider in the world by mass and body length. I've never seen so many tumbleweeds at once. Damn. People are running too. Does this present any danger to anybody? Does anybody know? I know they're flammable and catch fire real easy, but I wonder if they cause any other inconveniences. Heartbeat sensor? Yo, that's a pretty dope invention. There's no info on where this is. It was still pretty cool.
I literally do not understand how this is not mainstream household information. Like, every time I review this information, like, my mind is just blown over and over again. Just watch.
Here's another interesting scientific fact. The heart is an electrical organ, producing by far the strongest source of rhythmic bioelectricity. This energy goes to every cell in your body. Your heart produces enough electrical energy to create a magnetic field surrounding your body in 360 degrees, extending beyond the skin out into space, measurable about 3 feet outside your body.
So the moral of the story is our heart radiates out. Like, this is why our culture constantly, naturally, intuitively refers to having good vibes and bad vibes. We already can feel this sixth sense. Like, literally, electromagnetically, all our hearts are talking to one another. We are immersed in a 360 spherical bubble in each other's heart bubbles all the time. So it matters whether you're in a negative or a positive state of being, because this literally creates your interaction with reality, with people, with events. This is work done by HeartMath. They are a nonprofit that has been doing this since 1991, for 30 years. It is time we start really giving energy to this, giving understanding to this, and like implementing this into our world. We need it now more than ever.
I kind of agree. I've never looked into this, but you know how you can get bad vibes from certain people, and sometimes you can tell what somebody's intentions are? I feel like that's this. You can feel somebody's vibes. Dude, that is amazing. I love that. So it says you can officially check monkey cowboys riding dogs herding sheep at the rodeo off of your 2024 bingo card. I didn't even know that was on my bingo card, but I'll take it off.
Mike, hey! Mike, hey! Hey! No! Mike!
Dude, are you serious?
Just move. Just
Don't move.
Mike, come on. This dude's really trying to reason with the bear. What's wrong with you, man? If that bear wanted to, you would not be here anymore. That was more of a love tap. A hamster in a fish tank. The only hamster in existence with fish friends. I wonder if it was custom made though, because the inside has to be hollow, obviously. That's a pretty cool idea. I like that one.
A suspected Chinese spy pigeon was released after 8 months of detention in India. Yes, you heard that right. A spy pigeon. Here's what happened. The suspected avian agent was captured back in May 2023 near a port in Mumbai, marked with words that appeared to be in Chinese. Police believed it was involved in espionage activities and took it in before sending it into a Mumbai animal hospital. In the end, it turned out the pigeon was an open water racing bird from Taiwan that had escaped and flown to India. The bird was sent to the Bombay Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and set free by doctors this week. It's not the first time a bird has been suspected of espionage in India. The Associated Press reports that in 2016, another pigeon was detained after it was found with a note that threatened Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Homing pigeons have been used in spying and combat throughout history, including in both world wars. Some of them were even awarded military decorations like the French Croix de Guerre and the UK's Dickin Medal for their service in saving human lives.
Bro, that sign was hilarious. If they fly, they spy. I love how they threw him in jail too. Imagine your job is throwing a pigeon in jail and then releasing them too. I can't with this whole story, man. That was so stupid. What? You can let other people watch you take a dump? It's a good thing that door is pretty skinny. It'd be hard for somebody to fall out. That still makes no sense. What is the purpose of that door? That is very adorable and all, but I don't know how much I can trust those tigers around that poor dog. I get that they think the dog is their mom, but that's still nerve-wracking to watch. Chicken cooked in a pig's bladder. Looks like a balloon. Oh, bro, that looks disgusting. That looked pretty gross, man. No seasoning, nothing. I bet you it was like $1,000, maybe 100. I'll pass on that. Thank you.
A video of a dude who bought an iPad is going viral because he didn't quite get what he paid for. So this dude bought this iPad probably from somebody on Craigslist. And when he had bought it, it seemed legit because it looks and seemed to function like an iPad, but it also had the weight of an iPad. So when you press the button at the top, you can see that it's just in low battery mode. That's probably how they got him on the sale. They just told him that the battery was dead, but it's legit. That is until he got home. He probably thought that it was weird that it wasn't charging, so he thought he would crack it open Bro, this is so unhinged. Look at what they did to this guy. They basically presented this guy with the go f yourself pad. So what they had done is they had just made a little light. So anytime you would press the power button, this little light would turn on. And they used weights, it looks like, so it seemed legit. This poor dude is probably so upset. He spent about $400 on this. If you're meeting somebody in a McDonald's parking lot for a purchase, you better double, triple check that shit.
People still use Craigslist, man. I didn't even know that website existed anymore. I'm sorry, man, but this is kind of your fault. Also, the message doesn't even say low battery. It says low batter. Low batty. Low batty. Come on, man. Yo. That was a smart thing to do if you think about it. Thankfully he didn't try to get out, because for sure he would have got electrocuted, right? When your cruise captain tells you he's turning around to check out a life raft in the middle of the sea. How did he see that? There's definitely somebody in there. Dang, man, they must have been so happy. I have no clue how that captain saw that. Maybe some radar or something.
Whoa! What, guys? I'm out. Whoa, I don't think so. Move! Whoa, guys, that's getting spooky. What the am I going to do now? Go over there. Is anyone getting? There's a priest coming next week. I've had enough, you little bird. There's a priest coming next week.
That is the fakest ghost video I've ever seen. The terrible acting. Back to the drawing board, man. Try again.
Kalau ngasih makan, makannya apa nih guys ya?
Karena belum bisa makan sendiri nih kayaknya.
Ini kayaknya masih nyusu guys, jadi kita pelihara karena kasihan kita guys ya ngelihat ini guys ya. Nah mudah-mudahan dia masih bisa ditolong guys ya. Oke, sekian, terima kasih infonya guys ya.
Kalau nanti sudah dewasa, kita bisa lepas ke alam liarnya biar dia bisa berkembang biak. Okay.
Dude, that is the cartooniest looking creature I have ever seen. They got them huge Disney eyes. I don't really like the noise they make though. Sounds kind of annoying, just a little bit. My elevator recently started doing this at work. Sounds like now would be a good time to start taking the stairs. That's probably the sound they make before they start getting flooded, like the last one. But yeah, for sure I would stop using that thing. Okay. Oh no.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now. I think the fact that he was missing teeth was the icing on the cake. You couldn't look crazier, man. It says it's his crazy neighbor, I think. A lot of people with crazy neighbors.
Ocala National Forest is one of the most haunted places in Florida, if not the country, and I'm going to prove it to you. From missing people to paranormal encounters that defy explanation, Ocala National Forest is chock full of strange things. One of the forest's 600 lakes and rivers is called Mud Lake. The legends surrounding Mud Lake claim that it is haunted by the victims of the KKK. Some people have claimed to see dead Klansmen standing around the lake's edge. Other people claim they've seen hands rising from the water's surface. The trek to get out to Mud Lake is pretty treacherous as well and filled with huge alligators. One phenomena that Ocala National Forest is really well known for are the Watchers. There are different accounts about what the Watchers actually are, but some people have reported that they see a humanoid figure standing off the side of the road looking at them, only when they turn their head to look at it straight on, it's gone. One of my followers named Jaina submitted a story about how she was driving through the forest at one point and was trying to flip through the stations to find something with signal, but kept hitting static. Not sure if she was driving on Highway 40, but that is the most well-known and most haunted road that goes through Ocala National Forest. At one point, they could hear a man's voice coming through one of the stations saying, "Help, someone please help," and then he started screaming. Once they had signal again, Jaina called the non-emergency line and reported it, thinking maybe it was interception from a hand radio. Police sent an officer out, but as far as she knows, they never found anything. She said they also kept seeing faces and eyes from the tree line, which is usually all people can see of the Watchers. Interestingly, Jaina thinks that she brought something back with her after this experience, since sometimes when she gets in her car, she'll hear weird, unexplainable noises, and the radio will flip back to that station that they heard the screaming on. There is some debate about who the Watchers are, whether they're paranormal entities or if they are victims of the Ocala National Forest or the spirits of missing people who passed away within the forest. But they are far from the only phantoms lurking within those woods. A being known only as the Dark Man supposedly haunts Ocala and the surrounding towns. The Dark Man might actually be several different entities, but they all appear as thick shadows with no discernible features. They are also much more likely to be spotted in other areas where supernatural things have happened. So rumor that they have appeared where missing people were last seen or vanished from. And yes, some of them do wear hats similar to the Hat Man, which makes some people wonder if they are the same kind of being. The same creatures have been seen within the Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts. There was one person who was teaching juveniles who were in an old converted mental health facility within the Bridgewater Triangle, and even though these kids had not met each other, had not intersected lives at all, they had all seen some version of these dark figures. I could do an entire video on these entities and how they seem to appear anywhere tragedy has occurred, especially in Florida.
Especially in Florida. That's my first time hearing of this forest. I'll have to check it out one day. Maybe stay the night or something. If you guys subscribe to my second channel, might upload it there. That looks amazing, but I'm hoping they're serving seafood, because you know it smells fishy in there. But still, I'd go there at least once, just to experience it.
In this video, we see a bear break into a house. In the first few seconds, the bear appears to be planning its adventure. The bear starts moving towards the chicken coop that the residents owned. He tries to disturb the chickens and can be seen trying to break down the coop. He continues to break down the coop, but thankfully Hallie, a woman who was living inside the building, immediately went up to the window and scared it off by yelling at it. The bear can be seen running off in a hurry from the residence. One winter night, David's neighbor warned him about bears approaching his garden. David kept watch in case he needed to scare them off. Eventually, 2 bears showed up and seemed to be playfully wandering around the yard. However, they suddenly seemed to be in a disagreement. They end up in a corner before they finally leave and move out of the yard. Imagine a beautiful sunny day and you're enjoying a relaxing nap beside the pool. Sounds like a great time, right? Well, for Matt, it turned out to be quite an unusual experience. As captured by a Ring camera, Matt was peacefully dozing off when a bear suddenly appeared in the frame. The bear took a drink from the pool, looked around, and then moved closer to Matt. Instinctively, the bear lightly nudged Matt's foot, causing him to wake up. Upon awakening, the bear quickly ran away.
That wasn't disturbing at all. The second video of the bears fighting though, when they stood up and started growling, dude, something about that just didn't look natural. That was definitely creepy. And there goes $10 million. I guess somebody should get back on the simulator and practice a little bit more.
This story is happening out of Colorado. Take a look at this headline right here. Colorado Democrat introducing legislation called a pet tax for all animals. So if you have a pet and you live in Colorado, if this legislation were to go through, you would have to pay a tax on your pet. Now here's the details of the legislation right here. It's House Bill 241163. Share this out with your friends, by the way, and follow me because I'm giving you stories like this all the time. The Colorado House is entering a new level of big governance, some are saying. The bill would add a new tax of $8.50 up to $25 for each pet. It includes all animals, even invertebrate. The tax is paid every year. So, will this have a chance of passing in Colorado? You wouldn't think so, but it just goes to show you what lawmakers are proposing across the United States. A pet tax in Colorado. Should you have to pay taxes for your pets? This is proposed now in Colorado. This is a news story that's happening today. It's not official. It's not been passed. It's just been proposed. Let me know what you think. Make sure you're following me. Hit the plus symbol right over there and leave your comment below. Very interested to see what you think.
Nobody's gonna register their pets so they can pay a pet tax. This is stupid. This is like trying to tax us for breathing air, which they essentially do already. Even if this doesn't pass, which I'm pretty sure it won't, the fact that it was introduced is a red flag.
These are 4 artifacts that have been found from just the United States. Number 1, these are one of the fake dummy heads used as a decoy during the escape at Alcatraz, made with soap, toilet paper, toothpaste, and concrete dust. June of 1962, 3 prisoners put these dummy heads in their beds to make it look as if they were sleeping. Slipped out of their cells in the middle of the night, climbed to the roof, and were never seen again. Number 2, this is a 15-foot canoe that was found in a Wisconsin lake 2 years ago. The canoe was scanned with high-tech tools and was dated back to 800 AD. It's thought to have belonged to the Ho-Chunk Native Americans. Experts said that they would often bury their canoes in shallow water close to shore so that it could be preserved until spring, when they would be dried out and used again. Number 3, this is the top hat worn by Abraham Lincoln the night he was assassinated. At 6'4", Lincoln towered over other men and women of his era. Top hat obviously made him even taller. When Lincoln was that night at Ford's Theater in 1865, the hat was on the floor beside his chair. Number 4, these are human footprints that were discovered in White Sands National Park in New Mexico. They excavated 61 footprints, mostly that of children and teenagers, and dated back at least 21,000 years ago. This finding fundamentally changed the previously held timeline of human habitation in North America. Turned back the clock on human arrival in the Americas nearly an additional 10,000 years.
An additional 10,000 years. Well, that kind of throws a monkey wrench in everything. Wasn't it full of ice here? Oh. Dang, everyone's getting blasted. Oh, man. Yo. Damn, bro, that sucks. As if riding on a train didn't suck enough. You get a complimentary shower at the end.
The new study out tonight about the water in plastic water bottles. The National Academy of Science says the bottles may contain at least 100 times more microscopic pieces of plastic than previously thought.
If you drink water from plastic water bottles, you might want to limit your consumption. In recent research done by Columbia and Rutgers University, researchers found up to 100 times more microplastics than previously estimated. Fortunately, the health effects of ingesting microplastics has not been researched, and more research will need to be done. It is worth noting a study from 2018 did find over 93% of water bottles did have microplastics contained in them, with Nestle Pure Life having the most and San Pellegrino having the least. Comment below if this news will cause you to limit your water bottle consumption, and follow to improve your health IQ.
Everything is contaminated. There's like no escaping it. It sucks, man. It sucks. I don't use water bottles anymore. I don't know if it makes a lot of a difference not to, because I'm still drinking filtered tap water. That's all that's available. What am I supposed to drink? Beer's probably healthier at this point.
Most people have probably had the thought where they think to themselves, what if I am the only truly conscious person and everyone else is basically just NPCs? And it's a good question because we still don't really know. Our understanding of what consciousness is actually very minimal. Could the human experience, where we make music and write books and fly to the moon and ask these questions about our own brains, really just be an arrangement of atoms? Which is where Donald Hoffman's theory comes in. About a third of our brain's cortex is involved with vision. And right now, as you stare at the screen, billions and trillions of neurons and synapses are engaged, but only about 130 million of those are photoreceptors. The rest of them are actively trying to create what you perceive to be in front of you based on the information that your brain has. And the key word here is that it's creating, which leads him to believe that consciousness might be the one true fundamental force of the universe, which he said would explain the bizarre nature of quantum physics, where particles will literally change their form based on whether or not they're being observed. He also says that this would explain the fine-tuning problem, where our universe is seemingly fine-tuned to support life, and it would be if consciousness was as fundamental to the universe as space and time itself.
I think that we all think we're the main character. I do wonder though if other people perceive colors the way that I do, you know? Like if my orange is your orange and your blue is my blue. I feel like there's not really a way to prove that. Everything works so weirdly.
Unknowingly setting the stage for a potential face-off with the homeowner and her dog. The woman, recalling the event, describes the terrifying possibility of what might have been. At 2 a.m. under the cover of darkness and amidst heavy snowfall, a hungry mountain lion entered a villa, its gaunt figure visible in the footage. Winter in Texas can be harsh, making food scarce for wildlife. Drawn by the scent of a golden retriever inside, the lion stealthily approached the bedroom door, waiting patiently for an opportunity. The tension escalated as the household began to stir. The residents, unaware of the lurking danger, went about their morning routine. The lion, finding the warmth of the house inviting, dozed off, only to wake to the realization that daylight had exposed its presence. In a panic, the lion tried to escape, but the transparent glass windows proved to be an unexpected barrier. While the forest was in sight, the lion couldn't find its way out. The sounds of the waking family heightened its anxiety. The moment the homeowner opened the door, the lion bolted into the hallway and crouched down, unseen by the man. As the woman stepped outside with her dog, they unknowingly passed by the predator. The lion, now in hunting mode, crouched low, ready to pounce. But the sudden scream of the woman, upon noticing the big cat, startled the lion, prompting it to flee. The shaken homeowner quickly retreated indoors with her pet, likely contemplating the installation of a more secure door to prevent future unwelcome visits from the wild. This incident serves as a reminder of the thin line between urban spaces and the wilderness in some parts of the United States.
Mission failed. No dog for breakfast. Apparently this guy got the location wrong. This is Colorado. That makes more sense. I didn't think it'd snow like that anywhere here.
You will never go near the woods again if you watch this documentary. It is about hunters and people who specialize in being in the wilderness who just vanish without a trace. And I'm not talking like they wander into the woods and just go missing. In one of these cases, a guy went into the woods with a group of his friends and they went hunting. He was only about a couple of feet away from them when suddenly they turned around and he was gone. In many of these cases, massive search parties are released to try to find these people, and they are never found. A couple of theories are discussed in this doc, like
paranormal theories, Sasquatch theories, ideas that maybe they like fell into crevasses. If trained professionals are going missing in the wilderness, you bet your ass I'm not going anywhere near the woods. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced anything weird in the wilderness, and hit follow for more docs to watch.
That is pretty scary, man. Especially knowing how big some of these parks are. It wouldn't be that hard to make somebody disappear, you know? Because some of those cases are really weird. But camping's still fun. Don't let that discourage you. Plenty of safe places to go. Well, guys, that's all I have today. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're awesome and I appreciate you. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.